What signs do you put up so that people know what the rules are when they come to your house? And is it rude to have signs? All right, the answer is no, it is not rude, and it's preferred because guests would rather know what your rules are than kind of wonder and guess, right? So you want to leave signs for your guests. Okay, the first sign you want to leave is upon entering. It is a welcome sign, and it says, "Welcome to our house. These are the rules." And on that welcome sign, on the checking in sign, it's going to say something about like smoking is allowed or it's not allowed. It's going to have hours of operation, like after 10 o'clock in this area, we like to be quiet in respect of our neighbors, things like that. If the washing machine is allowed at all times of the day and night and it's not going to affect anybody, let that be known. If there's a cutoff time that says the hours of operation for the washing machine are not allowed after 9 p.m. due to the respect of our other guests, that should also be on the sign, all right? There should be a sign somewhere that talks about the checkout responsibilities. Here's what we expect at checkout. And in respect of the next guests that are coming in, we kind of need to kick you out at a certain time. Now, you don't say that on the sign, but you say in respect of our other guests, checkout time is 11 a.m. and we ask that you observe that respectfully or something like that, right? All right, the next sign that you want to have is maybe a door hanger that hangs on the pantry door that says there's a vacuum inside, or maybe it's a mop, or maybe it's cleaning supplies. But that little door hanger lets your guests know exactly where the supplies are so they don't have to rummage through everything. Now, we don't want people to rummage through everything because lots of times rummaging creates chaos. So we just want them to know where everything is, right? All right, is food offered? And if it is, where's the food they're allowed to eat? There should be a sign somewhere. This is, hey, as a guest, you're welcome to all this food that's on the third shelf of the refrigerator, or you're welcome to everything on the right side of the pantry. Wherever the food is, if it's allowed, this should be on a sign somewhere so there's no guesswork. Because a lot of times when the homeowners live at the house and they have people coming in, the guests don't know what food belongs to the family and what food is up for grabs. So you want to have a sign somewhere that specifies. All right, now, as we go into the bathroom, there will be a sign in the bathroom that will say something politely like, hey, please don't flush big towels and wash rags and dogs and cats and things like that down the toilet because we have sensitive plumbing. Now, whether you have sensitive plumbing or not, that's a great sign to have so that people know that they shouldn't be flushing all kinds of odds and ends down the toilet, right? Because you don't want the toilets to plug up and you don't want to have to call a plumber between guests. All right, in the bathroom, also another sign that's very popular is a sign for towels. And it will say something like, hey, please help us respect the environment and the earth by recycling the towels when possible, right? So that you're not doing extra laundry when it's not necessary. Another sign that's great to have is at the remote control, so that it explains, hey, here's a picture of the remote control, here's where the buttons are, here's how to make the TV come on, here's how to adjust the sound quality, and then you can also let them know what other services you offer, like Netflix or Hulu or whatever, if you have cable TV or whatever. That way it gives them a little bit of an insight on how to log on to the alternative programming. All right, another thing that's super popular is the Amazon Dot, which is we know as Alexa. And there are a series of commands that you can ask Alexa, which are super helpful to Airbnb guests. Like, Alexa, where's the nearest pizza place, right? Or Alexa, tell me what the weather is like. Or Alexa, wake me up at 7 a.m. in the morning. And so you can give Alexa commands, and a lot of people that are unfamiliar with Alexa will not know what the commands are. So to have a list of the commands makes it super easy for your guests. All right, now, as you move on, there are a couple other things that you want to mention. And one of them is if you have a swimming pool or a hot tub, there are signs that you can buy and say things like, swimmers swim at your own risk. We are not responsible for lost or stolen items. And so that way, if they leave something outside at the pool and someone else wanders by, you're not on the hook for it. It kind of reduces your liability a little bit. Right, so those are just some of the signs that people have at their Airbnbs. Now, I'm very curious to know what kind of signs you have. Do you have something that's whimsical or something that's cutesy? What do you have that helps your Airbnb run smoothly? What's your sign? Let's leave comments in the notes below because I'm all ears. I want to hear all about it.